I'm going to tell you guys a story of how one time when I first started on early in this journey, I almost fought my Airbnb guest out on the road. After having thousands and thousands of reservations, thousands of guests checking in over the last 24 months, the first ever incident I ever had shaped who I am today as an entrepreneur and a business owner with an Airbnb. This is my second ever property in South Philadelphia. This property specifically is a 2-bedroom apartment on South Street, Philly. If any of you from Philadelphia know what South Street is and where it's located, then you know where the story is headed. So keep in mind, since this is my second booking, I have no pre-booking messages, no ID verification requests, no actual process to vet a guest before I fully let them book. All I had was a ring camera and a noise sensor. This incident took place in December 2020. I was working night shift at the Philadelphia airport. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm only person on site with one other coworker working with me. We're working late and all of a sudden I get an inquiry on the Airbnb app on my phone. I check the notification and I see the inquiry and it literally said, "This is your next door neighbor. There's a huge party going on. Please help." Well, right away my heart dropped. This is the first time something like this has ever happened to me. I told my coworker I have to go use the bathroom in the terminal upstairs, so I'll be back in a little bit. I immediately got in my car and drove all the way to the property. As I'm driving to the property, I immediately call Airbnb. I let them know what's going on and tell them the exact scenario. Right away, they transfer me to Trust and Safety. As I was driving to the unit, Airbnb Trust and Safety tried reaching out to the guest, but did not answer the phone. We checked the ring camera, the noise sensors, the Wi-Fi was turned off because they unplugged the router. So that's the main reason why I wasn't alerted in the first place, and only to my neighbor is why I was on the way. Now, Airbnb Trust and Safety could see right away the exact message the neighbor sent. They tried contacting the guest, and at this point, Airbnb officially canceled the reservation and told me I had full authorization to remove the guest from the property. If you yourself go ahead and cowboy it and try to remove a guest without contacting Airbnb first, they will actually take it on you, penalize you, and actually remove your account from the platform by breaking a lot of rules. So you have to make sure no matter what you do, how emotional you get, you have to contract Trust and Safety. Trust and Safety is on your side. They're going to help you to make sure they remove the guest from the property, cancel the reservation, no refund given, and make sure you're not the one who's going to be negatively affected. Now I drive my car to South Street. I'm on the front of the apartment door. All I hear from the windows being open is Meek Mill being blasted as loud as possible. Immediately, I go up the steps and start banging on the door. No one's opening the door for me due to how loud the music is. Luckily for me, the smart lock still had a backup code installed that did not require Wi-Fi. Immediately, I entered the password and entered the apartment. Immediately, when I opened the front door, every single person in there's jaw dropped. They did not realize I actually could get inside the property. I told every single person there the minute I opened the door, turn off the music and get out. All of a sudden, 14 guys gathered to the front of the room and all told me they're not leaving. I told every single person, everyone's leaving this apartment, whether you like it or not. And at this point, they all said they wanted to fight me. Realizing the situation I'm in, I told every single person, if you want to throw hands, let's go outside. I immediately left the apartment and went downstairs. The minute I got downstairs, I called the cops. Realizing this is South Street, Philly, there's 14 guys, 99% chance I'm gonna get shot. It's not worth it. I need backup on my side. Luckily for me, the police are always roaming around South Street, so the minute I called the cops, within 45 seconds, 4 cruisers pulled up. I explained to the officers exactly what's happening and what's going on. They understood the exact situation and told me, stay here, do not come upstairs with us, we're gonna go inside and remove everybody from the property. But before they did that, they had to get actual confirmation that the reservation was canceled. I showed them the email on the phone, Airbnb canceling the reservation. Once the reservation was actually canceled, they are now officially and legally trespassing on your property. They don't have any rights whatsoever. Once the reservation has been canceled, regardless of a refund, at that point, they're trespassing. The police then went forward and went into the apartment. After the first 2 cops went inside, they then called for backup. 6 more cops came inside the apartment just to physically grab people and throw them out. As the cops are dragging people out of the apartment, I see all the women grabbing big trays of food, dumping them on the floor, grabbing bottles of alcohol, dripping it all over the carpets, all over the rugs, all over the sofas. And I can't do a single thing but just watch it happen. After about 30 minutes of resistance, finally the apartment was vacant, everybody was kicked out, and the police had left. I entered the apartment and I could not believe what I saw. Do-rags on the ground, bonnets everywhere, garbage everywhere, food everywhere. The entire place was completely destroyed. Keep in mind, I'm currently on shift at work. My coworker is texting me, "Where are you?" And I'm replying, "Dude, I'm in the bathroom. I got diarrhea." There's a guest checking in the same day at 1 p.m. I took a mental image of every single thing that was wrong with the apartment and went right back to work after I locked up. I finished work at about 5 o'clock in the morning. I went home, slept for about 2 hours. At 6:30 in the morning, I called my cleaner and told her, listen, I need you to come, bring the crew, and just help me and my wife clean this entire place up and get it ready for the next guest. Unfortunately, when she came by herself. She was the only person that wanted to come at 7 o'clock in the morning. So it's me, my wife, and her, just 3 of us. I'm on literally 30 minutes to an hour of sleep, cleaning this entire place top to bottom, removing all the filth, throwing out everything in the garbage that's completely destroyed, buying new stuff, running to Target, running to Walmart, and doing what we can do to make sure this property gets rented out, ready in time for the next guest checking in at 1 p.m. It took us 4 hours to make sure that property was put back in the same condition it was the night prior. Literally at that point in my life, it was where I realized this is what makes or breaks an entrepreneur. When you have crazy situations happen like this, you're running on no sleep, there's a new guest coming in, you don't know what to do, all you can do when your back up against the wall is to push forward and keep on going. At that point, then and there, I could have easily shut everything down and decided this is not worth it for me. I realized my own mistake in the play was not actually vetting and authorizing the guest properly on my behalf, simply because I was a new host and I didn't understand the exact demographic, the exact population of Philly, and the exact screening processes that I had to be using. In any business that you have, there's gonna be times you can have crazy scenarios. And this, honestly, guys, is just one story out of 50. Think about it. I have thousands and thousands of guests every single year, hundreds of bookings every single week, thousands of reservations. The chances of me having an incident like this are actually a lot higher than the average person, simply because I have more volume. So it's literally impossible for any large company to completely have a 0 incident rate, but your goal is to have the incident rate low as humanly possible. And when an incident does arise, you have an SOP, you have a process or a system in place, and the instructions needed for your team to act accordingly. So please, no matter what you do, if you're ever in a situation like this with any of your Airbnb guests, make sure you always call Airbnb Trust and Safety, no matter what happens, because they are the only ones that can actually cancel the reservation and the booking. Then after that, they give you full legal authorization to go and remove the guest from the property. Until you call Trust and Safety, do not do a single thing, do not act on emotion, and act accordingly with your business. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please click my Instagram and TikToks below. Follow me on those platforms. I'm posting every single day on what it's like to be a 7-figure Airbnb host, the day-to-day life, the behind the scenes of a real Airbnb entrepreneur who's making $5 million plus every single year on the platform. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great day.